Hey everybody, welcome to the live stream, very special live stream. A couple things. So first, I want to give a shout out to, I want to recommend to people a new, well, she's not new, she's been around for a while, but people might have forgot about her. I did, I forgot about her channel. She's a really good conservative. Her name is Tommy Lauren. And I remember seeing some videos about Tommy Lauren a few years ago, but I wouldn't say that I was really subscribed to her too much. I was more subscribed to Megyn Kelly. I was watching Megyn Kelly constantly, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, of course, Candace Owens, of course, Candace Owens, Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson, Trish Reagan, and several other ones. Sometimes Benny Johnson. I watch his show, not really. And but Tommy Lauren, she's really great. She's a great conservative. I like watching her. And I recently saw she was having a discussion about Charlie Kirk, and I felt like Tommy Lauren, she's very based. And that's like a really good thing to say about someone, especially in this climate, this political climate, to like find a politician or whatever. I'm not, I don't really like calling her a politician because politicians have a negative connotation. But Tommy Lauren, she's just a nice, good person. She's just a good human being. Okay. Tommy Lauren is a good human being and she's based. Okay. She just, she has a legitimate discussion, and it's not like, oh, we're going to try to incite anything. Like, so I'm not saying Megyn Kelly incites stuff, but I would like be afraid to. Anyways, so I recently saw the Megyn Kelly when she was yelling at that kid at the college. Anyways, so I was just thinking to myself, oh, I want to find maybe another conservative female to watch. And I remembered Tommy Lauren. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go watch some of her videos. I want to see what she said about Charlie Kirk. And sure enough, yeah, Tommy Lauren, she's a great person. She's a great public speaker. So I want to recommend people go check her out, her channel out, Tommy Lauren's channel. I'm still gonna watch Megyn Kelly, but I said last week that there was something Megyn Kelly said that I'm still gonna watch Megyn Kelly. I'm just gonna watch a bit less of her. Tucker Carlson, actually, I'm worried for Tucker Carlson because he's going after Israel. Not he's not going after Israel. He's criticizing how Benjamin Netanyahu responded to the Charlie Kirk assassination. Tucker Carlson, he's right. Like I agree with him, and I'm worried because look what happened to Charlie Kirk, and then I'm worried, what if they try to Charlie Kirk, Tucker Carlson too, right? Really scary. So I'm really praying for Tucker Carlson. Um, and whoever's behind it should be brought to justice. And obviously, Candace Owens, she's right. I don't think that they acted. No, I like Candace Owens is right. I think that there's more people involved in the Charlie Kirk assassination. Definitely. I know. I'm pretty sure there has to be because the story doesn't make sense. Even Candace Owens, she was picking apart the Fed story, the American Feds. She was picking apart their story, and it doesn't make sense. There's got to be more people involved in the Charlie Kirk assassination. So I support Candace Owens. I supported Charlie Kirk. I support Tommy Lauren. I still support Megyn Kelly. And Tucker Carlson, Trish Reagan, they're like the big names. And I have no problem saying though that I actually don't watch Benny Johnson. I don't actually watch him, to be honest with you. I saw like one of his videos. I was like, okay, it was meh. He was criticizing AOC, which I agree with that one, criticizing AOC. But then he was like judging her just for saying that she grew up in the Bronx or something. It was really like nothing. He was pretty much criticizing her over nothing. He was nitpicking. And I'm like, if you're gonna criticize AOC, trust me, there's a lot you could criticize her about. So for you to just like nitpick on something small, it's really kind of stupid because there's so much you could be like hardcore stuff you could be criticizing AOC about, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, but you're choosing to nitpick and complain about the fact that she said something about her growing up in the Bronx. Anyways, so I'm not a big Benny Johnson fan, but anyways, those are the conservatives that I think are great that I recommend people check out. Now, I'm from Canada. People probably already know I'm a conservative Canadian from Canada. And obviously, I have an opinion. I have the right to have an opinion. And I think it's good. People are starting to see that I bring a Canadian perspective, right? being a conservative Canadian. And trust me, there's not a lot of conservative Canadians. I mean, Canada, it's a stereotype, but it's true that Canada is usually liberal. Canada is it's like 80% liberal. And Canada has a lot of problems. And conservative Canadians like me, we've been suffering all these years in crazy liberal Canada. So trust me, that's why, especially why I'm super conservative Canadian and I agree with all the conservative Americans. So don't assume that just because I'm from Canada, don't assume all Canadians are liberals, because we're not. So I try to bring a Canadian conservative perspective to things, which I think people can appreciate. And I just wanted to say that, in my opinion, I'm for freedom of speech, and Charlie Kirk was for freedom of speech. And I think that, I saw various conversations on social media where people were suggesting about, putting people who dress up like Charlie Kirk on a watch list, on an FBI watch list, which I'm not sure if they were joking or if they were serious about it. But either way, I think that, in my opinion, because keep in mind, there's going to be a lot of people dressing up like Charlie Kirk for Halloween to pay tribute to him. I mean, a lot of people like Trump. A lot of people dressed up like Trump. They were Trump supporters, right? A lot of Trump supporters dressed up like Trump on Halloween. So not everyone who dresses up like Charlie Kirk for Halloween is going to be doing it for like the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? A lot of people who will be dressing up like Charlie Kirk for Halloween, it's like the same how they dress up like Elvis, because people like Elvis dress up like Obama. Well, you know what I mean? People who dress up like a lot of icons and legends, and Charlie Kirk has become a legend at this point, right? So I think a lot of people will be doing it out of respect and the fact that they're like like Charlie Kirk is their role model, right? So if people are dressing up like Charlie Kirk on Halloween because Charlie Kirk is their role model, then what's wrong with that, right? So for someone or for people to say, and this is why this is a discussion. This is why we need to have more discussions, right? People need to have more discussions. For people to say, oh, they're gonna like blanket statement, like, oh, everyone who dresses up like Charlie Kirk for Halloween, they're gonna put them on an FBI watch list. That's unfair because, like I said, there's gonna be a lot of people also who are gonna be dressing up like Charlie Kirk as a tribute. That being said, I'm from Canada and I'm conservative, and I wouldn't do it. But I'm just for free speech, and Charlie Kirk was for free speech, and I think that anyone who tries to demonize people for their freedom of expression is wrong. And even Candace Owens, she said it. She said Charlie Kirk was for freedom of speech. They had many conversations. Candace Owens, she showed the conversation. She showed the text messages on her YouTube channel. Candace Owens showed the text messages between her and Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was definitely for freedom of speech, and Charlie Kirk was worried that freedom of speech was going to be taken away in America. So this is definitely not what Charlie Kirk would have wanted, and Candace Owens agrees, and she was the one who told us. Candace Owens was the one who told us that how much and I kind of already knew that Charlie Kirk was for free speech, but Candace Owens really showed us exactly how much Charlie Kirk was for freedom of speech. He was actually afraid that something like this would happen, where the government would try to take people's free speech away based on some major event. So I agree with Candace Owens. I don't think people should be punished for their freedom of speech or their freedom of expression. So that being said, and especially me as a Canadian, I'm definitely not going to tell Americans what to do. Like, like I wouldn't do it, but I'm not going to tell Americans, oh, they can't dress up for like Charlie Kirk for Halloween. Oh God, no. As a Canadian, I'm not going to tell Americans they can't dress up like Charlie Kirk for Halloween. You're not going to see a conservative Canadian trying to tell Americans what to do. I would never tell Americans what to do. I'll say in my opinion what I would do. I wouldn't do it. But that's my freedom. That's my freedom of speech. That's my choice. I wouldn't do it. But I'm not going to tell Americans that they can't dress up like Charlie Kirk for Halloween. So let's go to comments. So RM came in and said Canadian conservative here too. Then Garrett Guerrera said He made a comment, he did quotes. He said, I support free speech, put that in quotes. Then he said, shows an awful photo of Charlie Kirk getting, no, that's not what it would, no, hold on, okay, I know what you're getting at, but that's not what's going on here. First off, the entire internet, YouTube, has been showing that photo. That photo has been shown all over YouTube. So don't come at me and be like, why are you also showing the photo? Everyone else is showing the photo. It's the same photo. I literally got it from the internet. Like the photo, you're criticizing me for showing that photo, but it's the photo that everyone else is showing. And actually, that photo is pretty mild compared to what else the video that's out there, right? So I'm just showing the same photo that everyone else is showing. And I pulled it especially because I didn't just want to pull up a regular picture of Charlie Kirk because it wouldn't have made sense with regards to the live stream and what the discussion that we're talking about. Obviously, it's the photo was necessary for the discussion. Just like when Candace Owens and all these other big conservatives, when they're showing the pictures of Charlie Kirk being shot, they're doing it to discuss the fact that he was assassinated, right? So in the same reason, all these other people are showing the photo of him being. Well, first off, I'm not showing the exact photo of him. You know what I mean? This is just a photo that is happens to be part of the news. You understand? This is just the photo. So I'm just literally just showing a photo straight from the news. Like literally just got the photo from the news and we're having a discussion about it. Okay. So I don't like that you came in here and be like, "Oh, why are you showing that photo?" It's the photo everyone else is showing. We're all discussing this. We're adults. We are adults. We are all adults. So like I don't like the people who try to be like, "Oh, I don't want, no, you know what? We I'm an adult. We are adults. We're gonna have an adult conversation. And if you can't handle having an adult conversation, that's not my problem. No one will be censored for you. You will not censor people's free speech. You will not take away people's free speech because you are not mature enough to handle an adult conversation. This is an adult conversation, and especially when Candace Owens, all these people are getting together and discussing the Charlie Kirk assassination, they're showing much more graphic photos. I'm not showing a graphic photo at all compared to what everyone else is showing. So, like, this is an adult conversation. I don't like when people try to nitpick on people and oh, why are you showing that photo? Everyone else is showing that, like, everyone else is showing worse. I'm not showing a bad photo. I'm showing a photo that's literally pulling from the news. This photo is literally in the news. It's literally the photo they're showing on the 6 o'clock news, okay? I'm just showing the photo that they're showing on the 6 o'clock news because I want to discuss it. I want to discuss what the news is discussing. But now you're trying to make it look like, oh, why are you know what I mean? That's wrong. I hate I hate I hate the double standard. I hate the double standard here. And it's more than just this specific conversation. It's to do with the fact that, for example, right, me as a Canadian, a gay Canadian, if I'm 5 minutes late for work, oh, it's the end of the world, right? But if there's a straight guy who's like 3 hours late for work, he's a bad employee, he comes in drunk, he'll get a promotion, but a gay Canadian who comes in 5 minutes late for work because there was a snowstorm, I will get fired. Like that's the kind of BS that I can't stand. Okay? And this BS has been going on for so long. And Canadians, we have been suffering. Germans, Mexicans, Cubans, Russians, Italians, French, Spaniards. We've all been suffering for years. We've been persecuted for years. And whenever Americans get an opportunity to attack us, like, oh, you're from Cuba. You're from China. You're a Russian spy and conducting espionage on the White House. Like every time Americans find one little thing to nitpick and to attack a foreigner over, this is what is a serious issue. Okay, and there's been lots of Canadians who've been well, no, nobody really assassinates Canadians because everyone loves Canada. But anyway, there's been a lot of well, no Japanese people. Oh yeah, there was the Japanese president who was assassinated, but and that was a few years ago. Okay. Anyways, whenever other people get assassinated, right? Americans, they often will be rude about it. They don't care. They don't care what did Americans through a big ceremony and cry when the Japanese president was assassinated? No, Americans didn't care. Did Americans cry and were upset with the genocide of Japan in the World War II when all of the innocent Japanese civilians, families, all of the innocent Japanese families were killed in World War II with the Nagasaki, Hiroshima bombs? The nukes that were dropped on World War II. No, Americans didn't care about that genocide, which the Japanese genocide. Americans don't care what happened to Canada recently. Americans don't care what happened in Germany, right? So I don't like this. Americans are constantly the victims. They act as if no one else is the victims, and then they attack everyone. This is not making you look good. I'm trying to make Americans look good. I am on America's side. I am a conservative Canadian on America's side. And I think that the people who are making America look bad are the ones who are constantly trying to start wars with every country. People like that are making America look bad. I'm trying to make America look good. I'm trying to defend America and make America look good. And the way to make America look good is for Americans to be nice to everyone, regardless of if you're from Japan or Germany or France or Cuba or Iran or Russia or an alien from outer space. Americans should be nice to everyone. So I'm trying to make Americans look good. And you have all of these people that clearly don't like America and are trying to make America look bad. And they're going around attacking Canadians. And who knows if this person that just came in right now, who knows if he's even a real American? Maybe he's just pretending to be an American, then he's trying to make America look bad by starting a war with Canada, starting a war with Germany, starting a war with France, starting a war with Japan, starting a war with Russia. I've been noticing this a lot lately. This is how they're making America look bad. This is how they're convincing all of these countries in the world to form a big gang and gang up on America because you have all of these fake Americans, these people who are pretending to be American. They're probably something else. And they're pretending to be American, and then they're making Americans look bad by attacking Canadians, starting a war with Germany, starting a war with Russia, starting a war with China, starting a war with Japan, starting a war with Cuba. So, like, no, I am Canadian and I did nothing wrong. I showed a photo that was literally being showed all over the internet. It's literally was shown on the 6 o'clock news. I'm showing a photo that was shown on the 6 o'clock news, and you're attacking me over it. You're attacking me because I'm Canadian and because I'm a gay Canadian, and you're attacking me over showing a photo that is was shown on the 6 o'clock news. And you always find these certain people find a reason to attack other people. So I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like it how a straight white man could literally, or a straight white woman like Megyn Kelly, she could like show up to work drunk. She could like lose $20 million. People will still love her the next day. Me, a gay white Canadian, I go 5 minutes late to work because it's a snowstorm out there. I actually go to, like a straight white woman like Megyn Kelly can go to work 2 hours late, be drunk, lose the company $5 million, make insensitive comments about Russian gigolos, and then the next thing you know, Megyn Kelly, they still throw her a parade. They still love her. They still make her a cake for her. Me, as a gay Canadian from Canada, if I even like if I even make a joke that is remotely, you know what I mean? Or if I go 5 minutes late to work because there was a snowstorm, I'll be fired. But a straight white woman like Megyn Kelly, she can like show up to work drunk. She can, with all her Irish buddies, they can all like show up to work drunk. They're thieves, Irish drunken thieves. They rob people. They say the most racist crap I've ever heard. Like, and imagine if I said the same thing. Oh, perfect example. Okay, if me, a gay Canadian, if I went on national television and I said that Santa Claus is white, everyone would be coming after me. Everyone. I couldn't be able to leave my house. People like Megyn Kelly would be inciting against me, saying, "Oh, this gay Canadian from Canada said that Santa's white. How dare he say Santa's white?" Well, you know who said Santa's white? Megyn Kelly. Megyn Kelly said Santa's white on Fox News many times. And she even recently said it again on her Megyn Kelly show. She said Santa's white. And I'm not disagreeing with her, but I'm just saying if I said the same thing as a gay Canadian, if I said that Santa's white, suddenly people like Megyn Kelly would be inciting everyone to be like, oh, he said Santa's white, get him. And everyone would be calling me a racist and everyone would be coming after me. But then explain to me then how it's fair that Megyn Kelly can say the exact same thing and she actually said it first. And she's a news person on a major news program, Fox News. And after she said Santa's white, oh, then they throw her a parade, they give her cake. You see what I'm saying? That's not fair. That's not fair. And we're tired of this. Russians are tired of this. Canadians are tired of this. Koreans are tired of this. Germans, Cubans, Mexicans, French, Venezuelans, Iranians, we're all tired of this. We're tired of these double standards. We're tired of Americans every chance they get to attack a foreigner. Every chance they get. Like if a Japanese person accidentally spills if a Japanese person accidentally spills something, then Americans will like, oh, jump at the opportunity to go after the Japanese person, right? But if an American invades the Middle East and destroys the Middle East, everyone still throws a parade for the Americans. The whole world, we are sick of this. We are sick of it. We are sick of this double standard. We are sick of it. And I'm not the only one who noticed this. I'm telling you, if I'm a nice Canadian, I'm telling you as a nice Canadian that obviously I'm not the only one who is sick of the double standard. Just imagine how the Russians feel. Just imagine how the Germans feel. Just imagine how the Mexicans feel. Just imagine how the Cubans feel. Just imagine how the Iranians feel. It's especially too like Benjamin Netanyahu has the audacity to complain about terrorism. He's the number one terrorist. Benjamin Netanyahu, the president of Israel, he's the number one terrorist, and he has the audacity to complain about terrorism. He's doing a genocide in Gaza, but he still gets a party, right? Because he's a straight white Jewish man. Oh, he still gets a party. People still love him. People give him cake. But me, a gay Canadian from Canada, a homosexual Canadian from Canada, if I go 5 minutes late to work because there's a snowstorm out there, I'll get fired. But Benjamin Netanyahu, the president of Israel, can do a genocide in Gaza and he gets a birthday cake. And he gets gold and all these gifts. And all of the women and or men, whoever lining up to, service him, he gets all of that. He gets Benjamin Netanyahu. He's the president of Israel. He does genocides in other countries. He commits genocide. And there's still men and women lining up to service Benjamin Netanyahu. But me, a gay Canadian, oh, God forbid a gay Canadian, I show up 5 minutes late for work because there's a friggin' snowstorm out there, I get fired. Do you not see the double standard? Do you not see why people would be pissed off? Do you not see why Russians and Mexicans and Germans and Italians and French and Cubans and Japanese would be pissed off that Americans can literally commit genocide and still get a birthday party the next day? And yeah, it was the president of Israel. Well, first off, Americans also invaded the Middle East. But yeah, so right now it's the prime minister or the president of Israel who's committing the genocide. But America and Israel, they're like number one allies. So if America is going to criticize anyone, before America criticizes Russia, or before America criticizes Germany, or before America criticizes Japan, maybe America should criticize their number one ally, Israel, for committing genocide in Gaza. And go to comments. Your allies. Someone came in. Richard Schaefer came in and said, oh no, there's two comments. Okay, Richard Schaefer came in and said, don't know much about history, do you? And then Dylan came in and said, lol, Americans, you were just talking about Israel. Like I just said, Americans also invaded the Middle East and destroyed the Middle East. But Americans are allies with Israel. And so if America suddenly is going to go and criticize China and accuse China of the Wuhan lab, accuse China of COVID, America's going to go criticize Canada, America's going to go criticize Germany, America's going to go criticize Russia. But wait a minute, why isn't America criticizing their number one ally, Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, the president of Israel, who's committing genocide in Gaza? Like a Russian spy, or no, they'll just pick up random Russians and accuse them of being spies. Just because there's like 5,000 Russians, all with like advanced almost alien-like computer technology. They'll accuse those Russians in America of being spies, right? But meanwhile, America is like, oh, when it's their number one ally, Israel, committing genocide in Gaza, Americans don't say anything about that. Well, not all Americans, not the American government. I mean, the only people who really said anything were Tucker Carlson, and he's getting all the heat for it, and maybe a few other speakers, a few other people. But the government of America, the American government itself, is 100% backing Israel. Even if Trump says, oh, yeah, he feels sorry for Gaza, he still backs Israel, okay? So someone's going to come in and say, "Oh, well, Trump said he felt bad for what's going on." If Trump really felt bad for what's happening in Gaza, then he would stop it. He has the power. He has like the biggest military in the world. He has the biggest American, like the American military is the biggest military in the world. If Trump really cared, oh, he feels bad for what's happening in Gaza, then he would stop it if he really cared. So no, don't come in and tell me, oh well, oh no, he does care. He said he felt bad for what his number one ally Israel's doing to Gaza. Well, if that's the case, if he really cared, Trump, then he would stop his ally from doing it. He could clearly stop Israel. I'm sure if America ever went to war with Israel, America could win, probably. But America, you've been funding Israel all these years. Israel now has all these high-tech weapons. Israel has like all of these weapons you can't even imagine. They have underground weapons, they have high-tech weapons, they have space weapons, they have satellite weapons. Israel has every weapon you can imagine. So maybe actually no, maybe if America did go to war with Israel, maybe Israel would win. Actually, now that I think about it. But still, the point is America and Israel are allies, and you're not stopping them. You're not stopping them from committing genocide. America sees Israel committing genocide, and America sees Israel committing genocide, and America's like, and they're still throwing Israel a party the next day. A gay Canadian from Canada goes 5 minutes late to work and because there's a snowstorm and gets fired from his job. And then you wonder why the whole world is like, can't stand you, can't stand people like that. The whole world, Germany, Russia, Mexico, Cuba, Iran, Japan, we're all tired of this. We're tired of the hypocrisy. We're tired of the double standards. We're tired of every chance Americans get, they'll attack someone. Like an American can say a joke and then be celebrated the next day. If a Japanese person could say the same joke in Japan, and Americans will be suddenly using that to attack the Japanese person. That's like literally what America does. Just like I was saying, Megyn Kelly, and I mean, I don't really care if she said it, but I'm going to point out the double standard. Megyn Kelly, about 12, whatever, 13, 7, 8, it was around 10 years ago, she was on Fox News, and she said, in her opinion, well, she stated to the world that Santa Claus is white. She's a straight white heterosexual woman, and she gets away with saying that because she's a straight white heterosexual woman, and she announced to the world, and she's a news person, she's on the news, she's a journalist, she says that Santa Claus is white. Now if I, a gay Canadian, said the exact same thing on the Canadian news, and I said that Santa was white, I would be fired from my job. And people like Megyn Kelly would for saying the exact same thing she said, people like Megyn Kelly would be inciting people to be like, oh, get him, guys, get him. Megyn Kelly would be like, a gay man said that Santa, like, you know what I mean? So it's not fair. It's not fair. And this is why the whole world is like fed up. The whole world is fed up. They see it. They see the double standard. They see if I'm a nice Canadian and I see the double standard, of course Japan sees it. Of course Russia sees it. Of course Germany sees it. Of course Mexico sees it. Of course Iran sees it. Of course France and all these countries, they see the double standard. They can't stand the double standard. They hate the double standard. It really hurts. It really it's irritating. Every day we have to be subjected to abuse from Americans who do not only the same thing, actually even worse. Americans do 10 times, 100 times worse. And I don't see Americans inciting against each other. Well, sometimes, but not often. Usually, usually I see Americans every chance they get. If they can ever criticize Japan or criticize Germany, criticize Russia, every chance they get, Americans will find a reason to incite against Japan or incite against Russia, incite against Germany, incite against France. This is wrong. This is so wrong. So how Americans, how you expect to have allies after that? I mean, no wonder Israel, even Israel's turning on you. Even Israel's turning on America. How does America expect to have allies when every chance they get, even their own allies, they go after their own allies? Let's not forget the British soldiers, the British sailors that were arrested and beat up by American police officers in Florida. It's a news article. It's just one of many examples, news articles. You can Google search it. British sailors in Florida get beat up by American cops and get tasered. British sailors. American police attack British sailors, then do you really expect the British sailors to like defend you in the sea and in the sea the next time there's naval warfare? You really expect those British soldiers to you really expect America really expects those British Navy sailors to defend America in the open seas after they were beaten and strip searched and tasered by American police officers. These British soldiers, these British Navy sailors, yeah, they were drunk. They were partying. They were having a good time. That's what people do when they party. British Navy sailors, they work hard, they play hard. British Navy sailors, they work hard, they play hard. They get drunk. That's what they do. There's a lot of Americans that get drunk and they don't get tasered and beat up and strip searched and humiliated for the world to see. So in the news, it was about several years ago, British Navy sailors were partying in Florida. They were docking in Florida, having a party in Florida. British Navy sailors trying to blow off some steam. And then American police attacked British Navy sailors, humiliated them, tasered them, strip searched them, humiliated them, posted their mugshots for the world to see. And then America actually expects Britain to defend you in naval warfare after that. And then America's wondering why is the Russian naval ship able to get so close to American territory? Why aren't the British Navy sailors defending America more? Oh, maybe it's because Americans took those British Navy sailors, strip searched them, beat them, tasered them, humiliated them, and then posted their mugshots for the world to see. For the world to see, embarrassing the British Navy. That's why. I'll go to comments. Someone came in and said, "You still believe in Santa?" No, I don't. No, I was referencing what Megyn Kelly said. Megyn Kelly is a grown, straight woman who still believes in Santa. Megyn Kelly said on Fox News, this is a Fox News clip, you can pull it up. It's on Fox News. And she said it multiple times. Wasn't just one time. And she even just recently brought it up again on her Megyn Kelly show on YouTube. Megyn Kelly stated multiple times that Santa Claus is white. She said it. I was referencing what she said. And then I was saying that if I, a gay man, said the exact same thing that Megyn Kelly said, I would be ostracized. People would call me a racist. I would get fired from my job. Megyn Kelly, who's a straight white heterosexual woman, she goes on Fox News and announces to the world, and she says that Santa is white, and people still love her because she's a straight white woman. People still love Megyn Kelly. She goes on Fox News and she says Santa's white, and people still love her. They give her cake and throw birthday parties for her, and they still love her. But me, if I said that, if a gay Canadian suddenly went on the news and said that Santa is white, oh, Megan, people like Megyn Kelly would be inciting a riot. They'd be sending people after me. Oh, a gay Canadian? How dare he say that? Oh, then accuse me of being racist. Oh, that's racist. Oh, that's racist. If I said the exact same thing Megyn Kelly said, Megyn Kelly says it, but because she's a straight white woman, she gets away with it. And I mean, I'm not saying what she said was wrong. I'm not saying that I even care what that she said. What I'm saying is the double standard. I'm pointing out the double standard here. That she says something like that, everyone still loves her because she's a straight white woman. But a gay Canadian, if I said the exact same thing Megyn Kelly said, people would be starting a lynch mob against me, calling me racist, trying to get me fired, cancel culture, kind of cancel me. Is that fair? And this double standard that I'm pointing out that exists between Canada and the United States, this double standard, it also exists between America and Russia. Because if a Russian man went on the news and said Santa is white, America would be all over that. America would be calling the Russian men racist. Oh, racist commie. Oh, racist communist Russian man. That's what America would be doing, right? If a Russian man tomorrow went on the news and said Santa is white, the same if he said the exact same thing Megyn Kelly said, people like Megyn Kelly would suddenly be going, "Oh, go after Russia. Oh, that's racist. Oh, how dare he?" So this double standard that I'm showing you is that exists between Canada and the United States. It exists with every country, with every relationship that America has with every country around the world. And this is why the Russians are fed up. This is why the Germans are fed up. This is why the Mexicans are fed up. This is why British people are fed up. This is why Cubans are fed up. This is why French people are fed up. Australians, even. We are all fed up with this BS, with this double standard. And we don't like to be treated like that. So I'll go back to comments. And for many years, I support conservative Canadian. Sorry, I support. Well, I do support both. I support conservative Canadians and conservative of Americans, both conservative Americans and conservative Canadians. But for many years, I has supported conservative.